Okay guys, so today we're going to be installing 2-inch wheel spacers on my 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn. All right, let's get that side view real quick. This is what it's like without spacers. This side, okay, you guys see it? Let's walk around to the back real quick. So the truck is lifted. It has a 3-inch lift kit. So I think it's like lifted 3 inches in the front, 1 in the back, right? Side profile. Okay. There you go. It's this side. So let's see what it looks like afterwards, guys. All right, guys, so this is pretty much what we need. We need the spacers, obviously. We're gonna use some Loctite to seal up the nuts and an impact wrench. If you don't have one, you can use a breaker bar, torque wrench, whatever you have at home. But it's pretty straightforward. We're just gonna remove the wheels, attach these to the hub, and then attach the wheels onto the spacers. And I made a similar video like this with my smaller Ram. Once again, I got hub Centric spacers. If you're gonna get spacers, you might as well get hub Centric ones. I mean, they are a little bit safer because they do lock onto the actual hub of the vehicle. So let's get started. First, we're gonna jack up the truck and then remove the wheels. Okay, so now that we have the truck jacked up, we're just gonna go ahead and remove the lug nuts. Like I said, I've got this impact wrench. If you don't have one, just use whatever you've got, right? Okay, now that we got them all out, we're gonna remove the wheel and slap on the spacer onto the hub of the vehicle. All right, guys, so before we go ahead and put the spacer onto the hub, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put some Loctite on the threads here. So you don't have to put a lot. Believe me, a little bit goes a long way. I don't know who that is. Who's that guy? Okay, so we're gonna put a little bit on each thread right here, right? And then we're gonna go ahead and slap on the spacer and tighten it down. So look, this is why you want to get hub Centric spacers, because when you put it in, it locks on beautifully, right? So now we're gonna go ahead and put the nuts in, and we're gonna put them in like a star pattern, okay guys? So let's go ahead and do that now. First, you want to go ahead and kiss it, right? You don't want to tighten one at a time. Just gonna slightly put it in. That's what she said. Okay, so now that they're all in, you can go ahead and tighten it up. Remember to go in a star pattern. And that's it. There's like a torque specification for this. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I mean, believe me, it's not gonna go anywhere. I have this at like the highest setting, and I'm not overdoing it, but I'm not underdoing it. And I did the same thing to my other truck, and I've had them on there for about a year, and I've had no issues. So whatever you do, be safe. Make sure that you read the instructions, and if you want to torque it down to specs, that's fine. But like I said, I mean, this does the job. Now I'm gonna go ahead and slap the wheel back on and do the same to the other 3 sides and show you guys some before and after photos. All right guys, so I installed all the spacers already, and I actually ran into a little bit of a rubbing problem, and I'm pretty sure it's coming from this plastic right here. Right, so I'm going to trim off a piece of this plastic, and I'm also going to use an angle grinder to cut off this little piece right here, because it's pretty damn close to the wheel, to the tire. So that should give it some more clearance. So I'm going to remove these 2 bolts right here to remove the piece of plastic, and then I'm going to cut it using some tin snips. And yeah. Alrighty guys, so I already went ahead and took off these 2 bolts. Then I just went ahead and actually used a pencil to kind of make like a guide as to where I'm going to cut it. It's kind of hard for you guys to see it, but it's that top line right there. So I'm gonna, you know, try to make it as pretty as possible so it doesn't look so ugly. And I'm gonna go ahead and use these tin snips to just cut it. So I'm gonna pull it out, right? And then now I'm just gonna kind of cut along that edge, and then we're gonna use the grinder for down here. Okay, and there you go. That's what I'm gonna take off, because, well, you can't see it anymore because I cleaned it, but it was rubbing around this area right here. I did leave enough, you know, meat, so this will still grab. That one's obviously still gonna grab. I didn't want to take off a big piece, just enough for the wheel to clear. Next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and take off that corner with the grinder. Alright guys, so I ended up taking off a little bit more. That's about as much as I took off. This was the first time, that was the second time. And she should be good now. Pretty good amount of clearance, right? That's good right there too. So let's go take her out for a drive and see what the deal is. Alrighty guys, so I'm all done. The truck is no longer making any rubbing noises, so that's awesome. All I had to take off were these little pieces of plastic with some scissors, these little pieces of metal with the angle grinder, and that's about it, man. Not even at a full U-turn, it doesn't make any noise, so that's pretty awesome. Now I'm gonna show you guys some before and after photos. Alrighty guys, so there she is. She's got the 2-inch wheel spacers on. I think it looks pretty damn good. It's this side over here. Oh yeah. Look at that. Let's check her out from the back real quick. Okay. Look at that. Oh yeah. Definitely looks way better now. What do you guys think? Pretty sick, huh? Okay. So it doesn't rub anymore, which is pretty cool. Now, it's time to show you guys some before and afters.